Alright, welcome back everybody to the Dark Souls Remastered All Bosses walkthrough. We're in part 20 now, about halfway through the DLC here. We've taken down two bosses. We just beat Knight Artorias. Now, from here we've got a couple of things that we're able to do. We're going to be progressing through this part of the level, through the Oolacile Township, but first, we're going to come back here for a second. Now, if you enjoy PvP, you can go through this fog gate where it says enter the gazebo. You're given this item. This is a PvP arena that you're able to do. So instead of just trying to find like people that you can invade or whatever like that, and having to deal with that, sometimes people just don't want to do PvP and stuff like that. This is a great place to be able to do dedicated PvP stuff. So if you're into it, go for it. Also, if we come back here, we'll see a new NPC where we killed Artorias.
Is that not the soul of the man? He was it. Would you be willing? So
she's asking us for the soul of Artorias. You can either say yes or no. If you say yes, you can't get Artorias' weapon by transforming it, but we don't really care about it on this playthrough, so we're going to say yes. And she gives us her weapons. The gold tracer, if you are using a dexterity build, that thing is nuts. So kind of a trade-off of giving up a boss weapon potentially for, two still very good weapons. So do what you want there. Doesn't really matter. But yeah. Now we'll continue on back over here. So before we go through the Oolacile Township, we can actually come down over here. We're not going to go in this building. This is so up here is where we came from, up in the Royal Wood. And down there is a shortcut we're going to be able to unlock later. We're actually able to come down here into this ravine. Be careful, there are dogs down here that are a little bit more powerful than the base game versions. A few more dogs down this way to deal with. Alright, perfect. Okay, now as we come to this little gate here, this is the arena of the next boss that we'll be taking on, which is Black Dragon Kalameet, who we met earlier in the Royal Wood. However, we're not going to be actually fighting him right now. So, as you come in here, you'll see Kalameet fly down. Very intimidating. You'll come across and see this giant arena. There is a ladder over here for you to be able to just slide down, but there's some items that we can drop down over here first, including a crystal lizard. Alright, when you reach the ground of this arena, Kalameet's going to fly in, and he's just going to cover the entire arena in fire, and basically make it to where it's impossible to actually fight him. But the reason that we're doing this, I'm getting a homeward bone ready, is because this is going to trigger some special dialogue of an NPC we're going to meet a little bit later on, who will help us with injuring Kalameet to make it so that we're able to actually properly fight him. So, dropping all the way down, like I said, when we hit the ground, you come over here and you'll see that Kalameet's going to start flying in here. I think you actually have to get close to those items. Yep, there you go. Flying in, boom, fire. All around the arena. So we're going to go ahead and use a homeward bone, get back to that Township bonfire. And there we go. Okay. Here we go through the Oolacile Township. Alright, the main enemies in this area are going to be these bloated heads. Most of them are melee versions like the one that we just saw there, but there are some casters as well who will cast these dark orb hexes that, man, they can just really F you up. So be very careful. Alright, right here is a shortcut we'll be able to unlock. Okay, down here. Looks like these guys aren't dying from one two-handed hit, so we might as well take the safe route and be able to just swipe at them. Alright, down here is going to be our first caster that we'll come across. So you'll see her right there. Got a little staff-looking thing, and the head is different, so this is what you're looking for. Boom! Dark orb. Ouch. Luckily, they don't have a ton of HP or anything, but again, just be careful with those dark orbs. Okay, item in here. Watch for this guy trying to ambush you. Alright, now as we start to come down these stairs, we're going to get invaded by none other than Chester, the guy who looks like he's from Bloodborne in the top hat. He's going to pop up right behind us, try to be all sneaky. Ouch. He apparently has a ton of poise, because, man, he is just hitting right through our attacks. Yeah, so if you go further down and, like, don't realize that he's spawning behind you, it can definitely be a bad time. So just come back up once the evasion starts and you should be good. Alright, before we keep going down the stairs, we're actually able to come into a little side area over here with quite a few items that we're able to grab. So we're going to stick with two-handed here, a little bit easier to hit. Don't need to worry about bonking on anything. Alright. Now, do I want to do that? Yeah, let's do that first. Okay. So we're going to head back up to where we were. And we are just going to roll onto this platform to grab this item. Then you can come over across this way. There is a crystal lizard down there. We're not going to grab that quite yet. We want to be able to explore the rest of this area first. Nothing over here. Let's go ahead and go down these. Oh, the crystal lizard got aggroed apparently. It's gone. Well, so much for that. But we got plenty of twinkling titanites right now, so not a huge deal. What in the... Wow, poisoned in one hit. I forgot about that. Usually they never melee me, so that's such a rare thing to even see in the first place. Alright. Out here, so this is where you'd be able to jump across and get that crystal lizard. And right here, there's going to be a message that says, "Let there be light." Now, you have a couple of different options here as to how to activate that. You can use the... where is it at? You can use the skull lantern. Just hold it up and that will work. You can use the cast light spell and that will do it. But you can also, if you did the quest for Solaire and you killed all those maggots, you can also wear the sunlight maggot. Boom, and there we are. This thing is hideous, so I'm taking it off. But yeah, so 3 different ways you're able to open this secret door. Get the silver pendant. And Is that all that's in here? Oh yeah, I'm thinking of a different room. Alright. Come back to this building where the caster was. Go down the stairs. Alright, got another caster in here. Ouch, there's two, I forgot. Oh, nice. Whoop! Do that again. Beautiful. You'll notice 2 empty chests here. Don't know what that's about, to be honest. But there is a third one we're able to open with Dark Orb. That same hex that they've been throwing at us, we now have at our disposal. Awesome, I just walked off the edge. Wow, that was incredibly smart. I can't believe I did that. Alright, back down we go. Alright, made it back down. We're not going to do that same thing that we did before. But yeah, as you come out, you'll see that there's a whole lot of nothing. If only I had remembered that. There is a little doorway out here on the 2nd level. And you're actually able to like jump down here if you wanted to from a little bit earlier on. And we get the I'm sorry carving. You're probably looking at this, you've never played Dark Souls before. I mean, like, what in the world is that? It's actually a very hilarious item that you're able to use in like trying to communicate with other players that you play with.
I'm sorry.
Because, you know, there's no like voice chat or anything like that. So, yeah, if you're doing some jolly cooperation with somebody and don't have a way to communicate, then you can use that. That's one of, I believe there's 4 or 5 that you can get. But yeah, it's pretty funny. The voice that does that is the voice of Goff, who is an NPC that we'll be meeting not far from now. Alright, Crystal Lizard disappeared again, but we got everything in that side area, so we are good to move forward. Okay, as we come up these stairs, so this is just down from where Chester's invasion was, if you're wondering where we are. So just right down these stairs, boom, you're here. This is not a chest, this is a mimic. And from this mimic we get the very good carving. So we have I'm sorry and very good now.
Very good.
Very good. I love these things. They're so good. Alright. Now, as we're coming across this way, you'll see this bloated head. There's another one hiding around the corner. You also see there's a caster on the other end of the bridge. Be very careful. She will ruin your day if you're not careful. Oh, poison fire? Oh, never mind. Alright, now this building over here is going to be the main building to be able to accomplish a lot of the things that we want to do. There's also going to be red-eyed versions of these bloated heads. Or do they all have red eyes? Now I'm questioning myself. But anyway, more bloated heads in here. Down these stairs, there's going to be a bunch of them. So see, there's a couple down there, caster version there, and I think there's more even hiding out back in those rooms. Typically what I like to do is, let's see if we can get it. Nope, couldn't get the jump. Sometimes you can get the right angle. There we go. And plunge attack. Oof. But couldn't quite get the perfect angle to plunge her. That's alright, we're good. Okay, in that room you'll see there's a caster up on the top with a bunch of the melee guys down below. Pillaged body for more green Titanites. Nothing over here. I always hate this thing. Makes me feel like there should be an illusory wall. And then that archway out there has a little something that we can do as well. But for now, we're just going to play it safe. Come over to this area. We're going to aggro a few of these bloated heads in the meantime. This one dropped an item. I wonder if we got the head. Yeah, let's go. Alright, we'll leave it just at that for now. Keep going up the stairs. Alright. Can't tell if we're getting followed by any. Nope. Okay. Alright, as you get to this point, you got a couple of options. You can go over to there where that laughing bloated head is. But first we're going to come over here. And now the game doesn't tell you, but you can hear that sound. That's the same sound that is being played when you're outside the, you know, that cast light secret door that we were at earlier. So same thing. We'll put on the sunlight maggot. Boom. Illusory wall opened. And from there we can grab this chest for a red Titanite chunk. Alright, now coming over here. This jump sucks. I feel like I can never, like, consistently get it. You can try to roll. You can try to jump. I really don't know what the best strategy is. I usually just try to jump. There we go. We got it. Alright, and then be careful. There's another bloated head right back here. Alright, now this chest is not a chest. This is another mimic. And this has a very important item to help us beat Kalameet. So we really, if you want to be able to beat Kalameet, you got to make sure that you kill this mimic. There we go, and that drops the tower key, I think is what it's called. Crest key. Yep, okay. So, again, that's what we need to help beat Kalameet, so make sure that you grab that if you're going for all bosses. Kalameet's a pretty fun fight, so don't miss out on the opportunity to actually fight him. Alright, coming out on this balcony, we can drop down onto this little roof here. Come up here to the lift, and there's an item. Twin Humanities. Alright, since we dropped down, we can't get back up, so our only option is to keep going down. That's alright, we'll be able to get back up in just a second. Alright, Dark Fog, another Hex. We're going to run past here because that caster is still up top. Don't want to mess with her. We're just going to make our way back up to where we were before. This guy's following us. We'll go ahead and take him out. Fit. Alright, if you drop down there, that just goes back to where we just killed that guy. So, if you're wondering where to go, it is not there. Okay, then you can come to this ladder. Drop down, and there's the caster. Boom. Okay, and that is this building all cleared out. Oh, except for, hold on, over here. This little outwards area with one item. Okay, now we can traverse back over. Alright, as we come out here, you can look down over to the left. You'll see some more bloated heads and a caster. That is where you'll want to go to get to the final boss of the DLC. So we'll be going there next episode. For now, we're going to come over here where we've got that shortcut that we're now able to unlock. We are back up towards where the bonfire is. And there we are. Okay, I'm going to kindle this bonfire real quick, so give me 1 second, we'll get right back to it. Alright, we got 20 Estus. Now we are going to use that crest key that we got from the Mimic. So when you get over here, where this fog wall was for the, I can't remember what they call this, whatever, into there. On the opposite side, you'll see some stairs that we can go up. As you come all the way up here, this door, if you tried this before, would be locked, but now that we've got the crest key, we can go in. You'll hear some scraping at the top. We're going to meet our next NPC, Goff, Hawkeye Goff. So now we have officially met all 4 of Gwyn's knights. So it's a little kind of like, I don't know what you want to say, like Brotherhood or Covenant of Knights or something, under Gwyn's tutelage. That included Ornstein, Artorias, Goff, and oh my gosh, I forgot her name. Who we were just talking to, who we got the tracer from. I promise I remember her name. Kieran, that's what it was. All right, Kieran. Yeah. So, pretty cool. So now that we've met all 4 of them, we'll talk to Goff. We're just gonna try to keep exhausting his dialogue. Okay, now if you have encountered Kalameet at this point and he's done the whole fire thing at you, we might have to go back and rest at the bonfire. You're able to get the other 2 carvings from him. Hello and thank you. Let's try talking to him again. There we go. Okay. So this is the dialogue you want. We'll say yes, and then I've been skipping through cutscenes pretty much all the way up to this point, but this might be the coolest cutscene that they've ever done. So answer yes both times, and then just enjoy this mastery. So freaking cool. Keep in mind, Goff is blind, so that was legit. They 360 no scope that he just achieved. So freaking cool. Love this guy. All right, but now Kalameet has been grounded. He's no longer able to just fly over that arena and constantly burn us. So we are now going to make our way back to his arena. Alright, made it back to Kalameet's Fog Gate. Go ahead and enter. The fight doesn't start right away. Doesn't start until you get all the way to the bottom. Alright. Scooch down the ladder, and here we go. Black Dragon Kalameet. Alright, Kalameet, unsurprisingly, just like every other dragon in this game, does have a cuttable tail. So we're going to try to get it. Can't promise that I'll be successful at it because he doesn't bring his tail down a lot to be able to be cut. but I'm definitely going to try. Oh my, hello, I'm pushing B, I promise. Oh, okay, watch out for that attack. That is a grab attack, which if you get hit by, will put a calamity buff, debuff on you, where you'll be taking double damage. So you really want to avoid that. Man, I cannot figure out the timing of that. I get hit by that every single time. See, like I said, it's tough to actually get to his tail. That's one of the better opportunities is during that attack. Anytime he goes on his hind legs, it's going to be a good chance. He's also got one attack where he'll actually slam down his tail. Ouch. And I'm sucking against him right now. So I grab attack again. Hurts my ears every time. Out of the way, breathing fire underneath him. Charge. Fire. Whoop. 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 Oh, no. Too late on that so many times. Alright, I'm starting to remember how to fight this guy. Slowly but surely. Alright, watch the fire. Whoop! 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 Alright, oh, I couldn't get there fast enough. Alright, watch out. Sweep attack. Oh, he didn't slam the tail like he's supposed to. Come on, Kalameet, you're killing me. Dang, we were in terrible position for that. Oh, such a lingering hitbox on that. Watch out. Come on, slam your tail. You're supposed to slam your tail. Gosh, man. He's just being annoying. Uh-oh. Charge fire, go to the left. Okay, good. Oh. See, like, that hitbox lasts way longer than it should. Alright, got a couple of hits on the tail there. That's good. That's not good. Ouch, that's gonna hurt. Yep, that might kill us. Get away, get away, get away. Do that every time that he stomps. Dude. Nope, we got grabbed by it. That's great. We might be dead here. I'm so desperate to try to get his tail. But I'm putting myself in poor position to get hit by attacks. Oh, what? Are you kidding me? How did I whiff on the tail there? Oh. Oh my goodness. You're just falling apart. Now slam your tail. He's not doing it. What in the world? He's being so goofy. That's probably death. Oh, barely alive. That is definitely death. We're not getting out of that. Maybe we are. Oh my gosh. Alright, well, screw the tail. We're just going to finish him off. He's pissing me off. Uh-oh. Damn it, dude. He's doing it at the worst possible time. Now, this Calamity buff, luckily debuff doesn't last very long. If you get hit by anything while you've got it, like this, oh, we just got underage. It is rough. And good night, Kalameet. Man, I apologize. He was just... He wouldn't do his tail slam attack. I don't know why. Being very weird, but hey, we got him. Alright. Your reward for beating him is the Calamity Ring, which, tell you a little secret. This thing is a joke. It literally is just designed to make the game harder for you. That Calamity debuff that you'd get from the grab attack, that's what the ring does. It gives you that on a permanent basis while you're wearing the ring. So if you want to challenge yourself and take double damage all the time, go for it. I'm a masochist when it comes to these games, but not to that point. That's just crazy. Alright, we do get a Titanite slab from this chest here, and there's a few items in the main area that we can grab as well. Now, there are some dev messages here that says dragon high above the sky, out of sight of the naked eye, basically telling you, like, yeah, you can't do anything about Kalameet. You're going to need something. Here's another message all the way over here. I don't know how the game intends you to find it, like, before you actually fight Kalameet. But if you read it, it says, if only Hawkeye were here, giving you a clue as to what you need to do to actually have a chance at beating Kalameet. Alright, well, there you go. That is the Oolacile Township and Kalameet boss fight. Next episode will be our last episode of the DLC. We'll be finishing off the last area and beating the final boss of the DLC itself, which is my personal favorite boss of the entire game. So really, really looking forward to that. But every boss in this DLC is just fun to fight. I think they're all fantastic. So if you found yourself watching this, appreciate you being here. Liking and subscribing always goes a long way, so please do if you can. But we will go ahead and see you next episode.